this whole chat. Hey, Stoneheart. This is my first live stream. I'm charging my sunglasses, taking a break, and it's funny. As soon as I sat down here, I'm underneath the roof, and it like started raining, and I was getting like sideways rain coming in. So that was different. No rain in the forecast either, but it's been weird, like misting rain. What are you guys up to? I was thinking about coming out this way. It's pretty crowded, but operations are really good today. Got multiple trains and pretty much everything. I haven't been to the other side of the park yet, but mostly I've done like Raging Bull and Max Force. You guys hear me okay? Try to do like a kind of a quiet spot. Yeah, I got one ride on Max Force earlier. I had the Flash Pass. I did not realize it was a one-time use. Oh well. I thought there was a fast lane line too, but or not a fast lane, a single rider, but I didn't see anybody. Cool, thanks. Max Force is fun. It's just a short ride. I think I actually prefer what's it at Magic Mountain, Full Throttle. Thanks, JD. Can't really do anything about the wind, but I guess I could probably get a microphone at some point. Just don't like lugging stuff around the park, as you know. So that was running two trains, the blue train and the yellow train, faster. And I rode row 6 in both, and I can say that the blue train was faster, or at least it felt faster. Hey, TVG. Welcome to my first live stream. Yes, Wizard Marathon. I actually did front row on that earlier. Front seat, or whatever you want to call it. Decent Schwarzkopf. People were actually scared on it behind me. Like, there's nothing to be scared about here. Once my glasses finish charging, probably gonna walk to X Flight and do that next. So take you guys with me. What's everyone up to? Batman. It's the original Batman clone. Haven't gotten to that side of the park yet, but that'll be this afternoon. Viper's good. I think that's a Coney Island Cyclone clone, if I'm not mistaken. Did front row and back row on that. There was no line, so didn't even need to use my Flash Pass for that. But of course it started raining while I was on it. Again, the weather here, I don't get it. No rain at all in the forecast, and then I go to get on the coasters and it starts raining. I'm curious about what this adrenaline show is that's actually going on right now. I didn't even know they had shows here. Oh, cool, Stoneheart. Yeah, let me know. You can find me on Instagram, Theme Park Mark. Just send me a message. Happy to do some rides later. I have the Platinum Flash Pass that I got for Black Friday last year. It was like 75% off, so that was a heck of a deal. had some trouble activating it today. Probably because this is not my home park, but all I had to do was like log out and log in. So the season-long fast lane, you just have to activate it. It's connected to your like membership, and so yeah, you just activate it once you're inside the park. You put in your code and your last name, and then you just activate it, and you get able to get in on the rides. I think they have a gold season-long flash pass as well, which is like the 50%. But I have the platinum, which was like 90%. It's pretty much get on things right away. So I could not pass up that deal for like a couple $100. Already has paid for itself in just a couple of visits to other Six Flags parks, not this one. This is my first visit here this year. But I'll be here again on Monday. That's cool, Stoneheart. Yeah, the weather here is kind of crazy. And I seem to have like the worst luck when it comes to weather. Like I watch Theme Park Worldwide's vlogs and they seem to have like perfect weather everywhere they go. And I get like extreme heat or extreme cold or thunderstorms everywhere I go, pretty much every day. Hey Mary. What are you guys up to? JD, I still have a membership. It's a gold pass still. Same one that I've had. They've been doing this like speedy parking at some of the parks. I saw it advertised here, but I didn't see any speedy parking lanes. It was just like a free-for-all. Best way to tour the park depends on if you have Flash Pass or not. If you don't have Flash Pass, you're probably better off going to the back of the park first and doing like the dueling Woody, I forget what it's called, American Eagle, I think. Maybe doing Goliath first thing, and then working your way back up to like Raging Bull. And I'm not sure how the line gets for Max Force throughout the day, but I would imagine that everybody kind of goes to it first. So I think the good strategy would be to hit that like towards the middle of the day. With a Flash Pass, it doesn't really matter. You can probably just start at Max Force and work your way around the park in a clockwise or counterclockwise fashion. That's kind of what I'm doing today. So I've just pretty much stayed on this side of the park so far. Just having a chill out. Waiting for my glasses to charge. Just gonna do X-Flight next, and then I don't think I'll do American Eagle because I don't think it has a flat pass lane, so I might save that for Monday. I'll be here again on Monday. And now I'm getting sideways rain again. Awesome. See, I'm sitting under a roof and still getting rain. The rain's starting to come down now. Probably gonna shut down some of the rides, I'd imagine. Raging Bull's still going. So how's everyone's day going? It's a little too close. What's Sky Striker? Is that the Sky Coaster upcharge? Oh good lord, this rain. It's really coming down now. This. I'm pretty sure I saw a sign out front saying that Sky Striker had like a limited number of availability for it. So I would assume that it's open. I'm not sure where it is. I think it's on the other side of the park. I see demons still being. It is pouring. Yeah, this is what no rain in the forecast looks like when I'm at a park. It's my luck at its best. What's your guys' favorite coaster at this park? Rain's calming down. So this is day one, my 2-week trip. Going to 10 different parks around the area. Might be doing more live streams like this at each of the parks. Let me know if you guys would be interested. I'm also doing vlogs as well for the first time. Just kind of documenting going around the parks and doing the rides. Tomorrow will be at Michigan's Adventure. Have a special guest there too. Try and dry off my glasses since they got a little wet from the rain. Don't need another pair getting ruined. Raging Bull still running. I still think that's the weakest of the B&M hypers. I don't know, what do you guys think? It just doesn't have a whole lot of airtime. There's a few airtime hills, like two or three, and then it just kind of meanders. Still a fun ride, it's B&M hyper, but compared to others, I just think the others are better. You guys agree? I'm sure most people disagree. All I ever hear from people is how great Raging Bull is. Goliath's still my favorite in the park. Still one of the shorter RMCs, but still good. Has some great hang time. Demon can be painful. It depends on where you ride it. I had a front row ride earlier, and actually didn't hurt me. You just got to kind of ride defensively, like any arrow looper. Same thing at like Corkscrew at Cedar Point. I would recommend sitting in the front, because otherwise it could do some damage to your neck if you're sitting in the back and you're not prepared for the 2 loops at the start. I was walking through the queue earlier at Demon, and they were playing like a Demon theme song for it. That was something I hadn't heard before. It was kind of funny. Had like an 80s feel to it. Yeah, the West Coast, the CGA. I think it's a clone, considering. I think this park in California's Great America, I think, were owned by the same company, so they had a lot of the same rides, and the entrance looks the same too, with like the fountain, double-decker carousel. Still need to get over to CGA at some point, even though I live like 5 minutes away. Can do some visits in July, I think. Because Great America has one of these, California Great America has one of these towers as well. Yeah, Marriott. And didn't Paramount, or wasn't Paramount involved in some way at some point? I don't really know my theme park history. It's starting to pour again. This is a good time for a break. In the Orlando area, I usually go around the holidays, so just after Christmas. Been there the past couple years to Orlando. Also do Busch Gardens, Tampa. Love the parks there, but it's very expensive. Especially Disney. Disney and Universal, very expensive. We have a couple of my top coasters, Velocicoaster and Iron Gwazi.
Can you text them, ask where they're at? They don't even have a screen.
What's your guys' favorite coaster? Disney is just very expensive. Try to do a few of the parks each year when I'm there, because they're awesome, but yeah, just very expensive. No, JD Barnstormer is not in my top 10, unfortunately. Actually, I don't think I even have any Disney coasters in my top 50. Though I think Guardians is pretty close. The latest rainstorm has passed, it looks like. Getting sick of the rain. This Mako's awesome. Used to be my number one B&M Hyper. Now Nitro took that over, but still Mako's really good. I believe we got evac'd from Mako last time, right, JD? IOA. That's another park I would recommend going to the back of the park first and doing Hagrid's, because I can get some huge lines throughout the day. Might be able to do Velocicoaster right afterwards, but probably by then it'll have a big line. Sometimes they open single rider for Velocicoaster, but it's not all the time. That's actually pretty rare. Then from there, I mean, I would probably do Incredible Hulk like towards the end of the day, 'cause it's a B&M, kind of a people eater, so it never really gets huge lines. So yeah, that's what I would always recommend at IOA, starting at the back of the park and then just working up towards the front. JD, I also got evac'd from Gatekeeper at Cedar Point. It was because they couldn't run the train in front of us because the winds picked up, and so they just couldn't run an empty train, and so we had to be evac'd from the brake run. Kraken's a solid ride. It's good floorless. Oh yeah, JD, I think, yeah, sometimes, because there's like hotel guests that go in, and usually the line for Hagrid's is pretty long by the time the regular guests get in. It's raining everywhere. Yeah, there was 0 rain in the forecast here. It was supposed to stay cloudy. Obviously that forecast was wrong. Probably getting up and walking around here pretty soon since the rain's calmed down. Still waiting for my glasses to finish charging now. Sometimes you can do single rider at Hagrid's too, but that can also get pretty long. So I guess I'd say Velocicoaster first. busy day here. Usually I'm here on a weekday, so probably the most crowded I've seen it. Thanks, JD. Have a good day. Icebreaker, that's gotta be pretty hard to marathon. I feel like that's a slow loader that can get a fairly decent line. It's okay. I feel like it's better without the comfort collars. Kraken's kind of a tough one to marathon too because it's pretty intense. Gotta sit down after a few rides. Mako though, I can just sit on all day. I feel like the trains on Icebreaker are still pretty cramped. Like I always bash my knee or my shin or something on it every time I ride it. Get some sort of injury on my leg. I don't know why they made those so uncomfortable. A lot of those Skyrocket ones have the same trains, like Tigris at Busch Gardens. Oh, we got some characters. I guess they were waiting for it to dry up. Bugs Bunny, Sylvester. Look like they're having fun. So I guess there's a train, like a train here at Six Flags, Great America, but I don't think I've ever seen it running. It looks like it's closed today too. Yeah, you do, but I feel like there's a height restriction too, so can people that short even ride it? Like, I don't know who that coaster was made for. It's like, it feels like it's not thrilling enough for the thrill seekers, but like little kids can't really ride it either. So I'm not really sure what the audience is for Icebreaker. Still try to get a couple rides on it every time I'm there though. Alright, glasses are charged, finally. So, I'm gonna walk around now. I think X-Flight was next, so I'm gonna start walking in that direction. And then probably end the live stream. Try and charge my phone here too. Yeah, I really don't know who Icebreaker's for, but Pipeline's pretty decent, the newest coaster. I like how the I like how the seats kind of swivel up and down, so it makes it a little more comfortable ride than other stand-up coasters. All right, time to walk around. Here's where I get demonetized. There's the Flash Pass headquarters. Had to go in there earlier to figure things out. I'm sure it's gonna come back at like the rain's gonna come back at the most inopportune moment, right when I'm about to get on a ride. I was in Iowa last year. There was this weird like misting rain that happened throughout the day, so rides kept shutting down. Yeah, I have the worst luck with weather. I can never get a perfect weather day. That's Tweety Bird. Ground is very wet for what was supposed to be a non-rainy day. The Lobster. Still got to do some flat rides here. I've seen a few of them I want to ride. Hearing screams from Demon. Yeah, weather's very strange in the Midwest. And Florida too. Where I live in California, it's pretty much sunny like every day. So that's all I'm used to. I'm not used to weather like this. There's the next coaster I'm gonna ride, X-Flight, assuming it's open. Is this open? Oh yeah, pretty hot in NorCal. I'm actually in South Bay in Santa Clara. What part of NorCal are you from? So I guess it's open. That was one of those big pendulum rides. I'm gonna probably ride that later. Those are fun. That goes pretty high. It's pretty humid, True North. Just rained. It's been raining on and off. I know earlier I was drenched in sweat, so I'd say it was probably at least in the 80s, if not hotter, or feeling hotter than that. Okay, the Frisbee is Sky Striker. Okay, I'm definitely riding that. Assuming the line's not too bad, and I'll see if it has a flash pass. 'Cause those are fun. I like those. It's like Max Air at Cedar Point, and I think the tallest one is at Magic Mountain. And I rode that, I think earlier this year or last year. Hey Snoopy, are you at Cedar Point? So graceful. Oh yeah, Wonder Woman at Discovery Kingdom. I did that too back in April. They're fun. I mean, they look intense, but they're really not. It's just good fun. Like, you get good hang time on it. There's a few flat rides kind of like that where they look intense off-ride, but they're really not that bad. And just more fun than anything else. No, not at Cedar Point. That's too bad. I wish I could go there again. Couldn't really work it into this trip, since there's a bunch of other parks that I wanted to hit up. But I was at Cedar Point about a month ago. Did a whole Fast Lane Plus challenge with not your normal guy, Trent. And I ended up winning. Did a race to see who could ride all the Fast Lane rides the fastest. That was a fun day. There's a video up on his channel kind of chronicling that. That was a fun one. These wing coasters are very photogenic. I'll actually be getting on my favorite one of these later on in the trip. It's not Gatekeeper. It's the launched one. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the live stream here. Kind of tired of looking at the ride, I want to ride it. X-Flight is a little bit bouncy on the outside seats, but I still prefer the outside seats on any wing coaster. It's a short ride. I don't think it's too bad though. So I think it's time to ride it. Thanks guys for hanging out. My first live stream. I'll probably go live at some of the other parks on this trip, maybe even tomorrow. We'll see. Let me know if you guys like this or want to see more of this kind of content. Also filming vlogs from each of the parks from this trip. So yeah, go ahead and check them out once those are live on the channel. Thanks so much guys for hanging out.